This Okay, so this application contains list of rule sets. Now, one more rule, one more prerequisite which we have is access group. Access group. So this access group will be mapped to application. I mean, this access group contains application. So why access group then? So contains what is the purpose of access group? Purpose of access group is it will have all the permissions, which user will be having, which user possesses actually all the, like let's say login page. What kind of login page need to be there for this particular operator ID, and then what kind of permission, what kind of role he's having. Let's say if it is a bank, whether he's a manager or a user or um, relationship manager, whatever it is, his permissions and whatever the components to which he is having access, all those things will be decided by this access group. Okay, so now finally we're gonna create operator ID, nothing but login ID. So this operator ID will be mapped to access group. Okay, and this access group contains application. Application contains rule sets. Rule sets contains rules that we know already. So this is the hierarchy. This is the, way how actually the Pega is built on actually. Okay, so we can now our target is we just need to create our operator ID, and which will be having our own application and access group setup, and where by using this operator ID we are going to create the rules and start with the development. Okay, so that's we are going to do. Let's see how we can do. Uh, just give me a moment, guys. I'll be back. Yeah. Okay. Yes. So we need to create this operator ID. For doing this, we have given a wizard by Pega. So we are going to use this wizard. So my installation is still in progress. Anyone started Pega, guys? I'll use your
Yeah,
screen.
I have installed.
Oh, you have login. Did you get the login page?
Yeah. I got it.
Yeah, maybe you can share Vivek if possible.
Just
I will.
give me 2 minutes time.
No
So
problem.
just
No
I
problem. Yeah.
came so that I logged in from mobile. Give me 2 minutes, please. Yeah.
No problem. Maybe Raju, do you have by any chance?
No, for today I don't have. I logged in different system.
Different. Okay. I guess I'll try for some cloud. Let's see. Then let me pass. I'll try for a cloud instance. I'll one moment. Yeah, please, Vivek, go ahead.
Yeah. Yeah. Can you able to see my screen?
You can see.
Yeah, for me it's still black. Let's. Yes, I can see you, Vivek. Nice. Yeah, let's. So you logged in with administrator, huh? It looks like you logged in with a different login ID. Can you log off once? Log off and then log in with administrator at pega.com. No, no, no need to start up again. No, 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 yeah. It's already started, right? No, no. Okay, it was an existing page. Okay. Yeah, it takes a couple of minutes and it will start everything actually. So in the background it will initiate all the threads. So in our personal edition, it has been connected to post GRE DB actually. That's implicit DB. There is some setup. So we can log into the DB also. I'll tell you what is the configuration to be done for that. It's a Tomcat for us right now. Yeah, just remember that hierarchy, guys. Operator ID, you need to have access group. Access group contains application. Application contains rule sets. So that is the order. That's a dependency kind of thing. So that we need to remember. And along with these five, along with operator ID, access group, application rule sets, it will create classes also. Whatever the classes which we um, okay, yeah, whatever the classes which we need to have for the creation of the rules and all, that setup it will create for us. It is a automated wizard actually. Okay. Yeah. Then a rule is nothing but an instance, guys. Let's say kind of an object. So even every rule in Pega is an instance of a particular class, an inbuilt class already. Okay. So that anyway we will I'll take you through that. Currently, Pega supports all the browsers except IE. IE really too slow, guys. Don't go for IE. Yeah, it's a Chrome. Chrome is a fast browser for Pega. Mozilla is also not recommendable to go for. It works fine in Chrome. Initially, in 6 versions, till 6 version, it used to work only in IE. That was horrible, guys. IE was slow, and then Pega used to be dead slow in 6 versions actually. Yeah, we had no choice at the time. Now it's a Chrome and it's a pretty fast actually. This is a Tomcat console. Let's say if any errors, right, while starting up the Pega server, if there are any errors, it will show here. We can debug by going through this console. And also we have something called logs in this server, right? There will be logs actually. Where can you go to C drive? Your C drive, there will be logs actually. Once you install the C drive, it will create a folder called PRPC Personal Edition. Yeah, in this Tomcat, there will be logs in bin actually. Okay, we can debug. Here we have a stop logs, and then yeah, these are the logs. Yeah, here are the we can do startup and then shutdown also we can do by using these. And apart from these icons, if you go to PRPC Personal Edition, there will be scripts actually. Let's say uh, go back. Go back, please. Here scripts. Let's say by any chance if you lost the desktop icons, startup and shutdown, you can use these icons also for starting up the Pega server. Once you start up, you need to log in also. You can log in by using localhost colon 8080 by using that URL. That also you can do. Okay. So this is the basically server folder, guys. Okay. Let's see. Let's check whether we got login page or not. Yes. Finally, we got it. So, admin is admin at pega.com or administrator at pega.com? I think it is administrator at pega.com.
Yeah, administrator at Pega.com.
Install, actually, I think it's install. Initially, for the first login, it is a bit slow, guys, because initially there will not be any cache or something, right? So it will be a bit slow. It's a developer console where we can start with the development. Generally, for all the personal edition installations, it will be port port will be 8080/PRWeb only. If you change wantedly while installing, it will be different.
Manohar, the password is installed for that
Yes,
administrator.
yes. Yeah, I'll send all these notes also, no problem. I will need to upload this in my drive and then I'll send it. You can, before installing, guys, turn off the firewalls in your machines. గుర్తుపెట్టుకోండి, please remember. Before installing, we are supposed to turn off all the firewalls. Then, um, then only you will be able to. When yesterday it was not successful for me, it turned off. It did work for me. Yes. See, we can see all the left icons, right? Data type and all. Yeah. So it's the admin. No? So we will not be able to do anything. So we need to create a new application setup, new operator ID as well. Okay. So we will need to create a new application setup. Yeah. Can you click on configure application? I think. Oh, it's an application. Pega platform. Yeah. So we will get an option to create a new application. Uh, Pega, can you click on Pega platform? Right? See, new application. We will need to create a new application and we need to give a new names and all everything. Yeah, click on that. So basically here we need to give two things. One is organization name and the second one is your application name. Yeah, we can go for some classic or Cosmos. Yeah, let's go for classic. That's fine. Either is fine, Andy. Classic or Cosmos. Yeah. Use this application type. Name your application. You can give the name of an application. Let's say um, application name is like we need to build something called insurance application. So we can give it as insurance probably. Yeah. Let's give a name. Right? Maybe insurance. And can you click on advanced configuration? Yes. Here we have two things. It is asking us to whether do you want framework layer or not. Uh, we have two things, Andy. Framework layer is nothing but the one which can be reused by multiple applications. Okay. So currently it's a currently Pega is not recommending us to go for the framework layer. In earlier versions, we used to prefer that, but nowadays we are not preferring that. Instead of that, we are preferring to go for components actually. So that we will that's a separate discussion we will have later. Carl, for now, let's go for implementation layer only. Okay. So organizational layer, let it be. Can you scroll down? If we scroll down, yeah, organization name we need to give. Let's say your organization is let's Infosys or ICICI. So let's name it as ICICI or something. Yes, in the down also we need to change it. Yeah. Okay, let's click on save. Yeah, advanced configuration. Don't forget to change the thing. Okay, new. It's already exists. It is telling. Mm, maybe insurance app. Let's add some insurance app or something. Yeah. That's fine. Click on save. If you forget to change the organization name, right, what happens is it will give a random name like OXCZ, blah, 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 blah. So that will not be good actually. IN probably, let's give INS, that's it, yeah. It's trimming, na, again, INS will be fine. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Save and next.
Manohar, application name and ID are different, right? Here it is asking for ID. Is both same, or do we need to?
Nothing but a label actually.
Okay.
Application name and mean nothing but label. ID is nothing but it will give a unique name. That's it. Nothing much difference actually. Yeah, we can click on create an application. So it will take a while. What happens is in the background, it will create all the prerequisite rules which are required to do the initial setup. It will create rule sets. It will create access groups, application, and operator ID, and whatever the portals which are required, it will create. It will create classes also. As I told, for creating a rule, we will need to have a rule set and class, right? So all these things, I mean, it is simply, it will keep everything ready for us. All the initial setup which are required to start with the development. Yeah, for the I mean, I started in 5.5 training. In 5.5, we used to create all these rules manually. First rule set, and then application, access group, and operator ID and all. So that for me, creation of the initial setup itself used to take an 2 hours actually. But nowadays it is very simple. They automated all these things. Pega is uh, making us lazy. It is taking care of everything. We just need to enter a name. That's it. So here we just need to add an operator ID here. So we can give a name here, like let's say um, admin at the rate ICSC or something. Admin at the rate ICSC.com. It expects a kind of email ID actually. So click on add, and we can add multiple. We can create multiple users here. It will create a auto-generated password that we will need to change it later. You can copy those two in a notepad.
Sure, sure.
If you go back to that screen, we created admin type of user. We have some other types of users also. Like let's say we need to create a user or a manager. Yeah, we will be author. So we will be able to create such users also. For now, which is fine for us. Let us log off and then log in with our own operator ID.
Done. Okay.
You can log off.
Okay. In earlier version, as you said, like the framework application also, do we need to create, right?
No,
Now,
that also Pega will create automatically if we do the setting initially.
okay.
Yeah, still some people are using framework layer also. Depends on their requirement, but most of the organizations doesn't require it actually. But yeah, definitely we need an organization layer kind of thing, because let's if we have some sort of employee directory which is right, so they want all the applications in the same similar organizations to be reused actually. So in such case, they'll go for organizational framework layer as well. Yeah, that's a separate discussion. We will discuss in class
I'm
structure.
changing the password.
You can change. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, by default, it will be directed to Pega Admin Studio. We have four studios actually: Dev Studio, Admin Studio. So for the monitoring kind of purpose, we do go for Admin Studio. So most of our work will be there in Dev Studio. Okay.
Can you switch to the
Yeah,
studio?
you can switch to Dev Studio actually. Yes. So if you in the bottom left corner, can you click on that? Open the operator ID. Yeah, I would like to show you the
Definition.
operator name. Yeah.
It's not.
Oh yeah, it will take time because application is
Yeah.
being loaded now.
Yeah.
It will not allow us to do the action over there. Operator. Yeah, as we discussed, operator contains an access group. Okay. Only one access group, it can be pointed to at a time. Okay, that is important. See, only one access group, it can be pointed to at a time. If you open the access group, can you open that? Yeah, that icon you can click here. See, in this access group, there is a default portal here, available portal. Portal is nothing but once that user logged in, whatever default screen which will be coming, that will be the portal actually. Okay. See, by default we have directed to Admin Studio, na? So yeah, generally developers will be defaulted to developer only. If they want, they can switch to Admin Studio also. Okay. So at a time, any user can be defaulted to one login screen, one portal you can say. Okay. So can you open the application once?
Application.
Yeah, yeah. If you after the version, oh, no, here only after the version you see an icon, na? Yeah, you can click on that.
Okay, this one. True.
Yeah, correct. Open room, yeah. See, this application can contain number of rule sets. Okay. So yeah, as we discussed, rule set is mandatory to create a rule. Then why it created four rule sets? Yeah. See, let's say whatever the application rule sets we can create in. See, it created for application layer and then organization layer also. Okay. Let's say if you want a particular rule to be reused across the organization, then we can keep in ICACA. If the rule is only within specific to a particular our application specific application, then we can keep in insurance app. Okay. And also, if you scroll up, see this application is built on top of UIKit. Okay. So nothing but that application contains all the Pega features. Okay. So we will be able to use all the Pega features and we can save as them into our application, and then we can customize them. Okay, we are not allowed to update anything in Pega product. It's a raw product, right? So that is the thing. That's about this application, guys. So any questions so far? Anyone?
One question from me, Manohar. Under the application rule set, I see insurance app 0101 and the second one is insurance app INT.
Mm-hmm.
What is the difference?
Different is, yeah, whatever the rules which we need to create for our application development purpose, we can keep in the app. INT is nothing but integration actually. We might be having some integrated related rules, right? So those integration related rules, we can keep in INT.
Okay.
It's easy for maintenance. If we create everything in a single rule set, right, that might be difficult for maintenance. So generally, Pega creates INT rule set also along with normal rule set. Then it's our wish. Let's say if you are given a new feature, yeah, definitely you might need to create one more rule and you might need to do the development out there. So Pega is recommending us to go for as many rules as you can, rather than keeping thousands of rules in a single rule set. It's recommendable to go for different rule sets feature wise for every feature. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
And also, we have something called versioning, guys. If you open the rule set over there, can you click on rule set?
Anyone is fine.
Yeah, anyone is fine. Yeah. We have three versioning here. 01 dash 01 dash 01. Okay. So the first 01 we can call it as a major rule set version, and the second 01 minor. The third one will be the patch action. Let's say you do development and then we move this code to higher environments like SAP or UAT. So we will initially move 111. Let's say if we get some defects, again we will not be doing in the same version actually. We will be doing in the highest version, 112, 113, 114. So like that it will be, it can be increased till 1199. Only 2 DS guys. 1100 is not there actually. It is not right. Yeah, it will not be like that. It will be only up to 2 digits actually. Okay, and then again after 1199, it will be 121, 122 like that actually. So like that we can keep on increasing the versions. Okay. Yeah. Anyway, we'll discuss that. Yeah. I mean, it's another topic. Yeah, that's about the initial setup, guys. So I'll send you the my Google Drive link and then notes which we discussed today. So try to install your machines and then let me know if you have any questions. Clear so far? Any questions? Yeah, I'm turning off the record, guys. I'm recording also. I'll be sending it to you in an hour. It will be ready. Okay.
Is the obstacle already built in tool or is need to install them separately?
We need to install separately. Yeah, some tools will be there in the background that we will be able to reuse that actually. Yeah, I just got my login page, guys. Once this, after everything is fine. So